What's going on, beautiful people? It's your man Kofi Organics, man. I'm back with another video, and this video is a little different. All right. This video, like right here, is dedicated to really anybody who can pull from it, but I'm going specifically more so from my kings who are on their journey, on their mission. And you may be a lover boy, or you just may love having a person there while you chase your dream and chase your goals, or you just can't find yourself stopping going after the ladies, okay? And for some reason you keep attracting the wrong person and the wrong female, and you keep attracting a succubus, okay? A person who comes into your life and really pulls more from you and takes more than they give, and leaves you feeling drained and leaves you feeling like everything and all your loyalty and love like that you had, they didn't really have it like at all, and their love was more intentional than genuine. So I'm gonna tell you five and give you 5 ways that I learned. I know I'm throwing up 10, y'all. Don't laugh at me. I mean 5, okay? 5 ways to avoid and 5 ways to tell if a person or a female is a succubus, okay? So we're just gonna get right into it, okay? And we're gonna start with number 1. Number 1 is ask why they like you. Okay, so the reason why it's important to ask why a person, or why in this case a female, likes you is because I've had a lot of females who have came into my life, right? Who they're just all of a sudden off the jump just obsessed with me. Like they're just rubbing me on my beard all over and just, I love the way you are. I love how driven you are. Oh my God, you're so this, you're so that. And a lot of like the times, when I was like younger, I would fall for the obsession. I would fall for the fact that I got a pretty chick who's just on me, who's just like, yo, I love you so much that, oh my God, that calling me like Big Papa already and Daddy already. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, baby. I'm falling for it. I'm like, yeah, baby. Yeah, and I'm falling for it and I'm not really understanding it. But I'm like, yo, this is what a young dream for. You feel me? So I'm just caught up in it. And after a while, I realized that a lot of those obsessional starting relationships or situationships like that start with a chick just obsessed with you, they never really go too far. And so I discovered that a lot of that is because they are looking, or they see something inside of you that they can utilize, that excites them. They see that you're a certain character, a certain way that they want to be, or that they aspire to have around them to make them the best them. Okay, so a lot of like the times when they see you, they're like, oh my God, I finally found the person. And that's why they create this obsessional character over you to have you feeling like they just love you, they want to marry you and stuff like that. So a way I discovered to combat that, okay, is to grab the shorty or grab the person and say, hey, and look them right in the eye and say, hey, I'm just curious. Can you in detail explain to me, why do you like me? What you truly like about me? What about me really intrigues you? Okay. And from this question, y'all, you can get so much information, and it exposes them, because if shorty's is like, well, you're great. And, yeah. And it's not clear and you see that she's hesitant, boom, it's exposed. It means that there is something else, okay, or it's not genuine. So if you ask them and you see them act any kind of awkward, any kind of weird, and a lot of the times they would tell you straight up like, oh, so for example, like me, a lot of chicks would tell me, hey, I have a lot of goals, I have a lot of hopes for myself, but I'm just not motivated. And you're a person who empowers me. You like remind me of who I am. You give me drive. You give me like motivation from just being you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of chicks will like, they'll tell you exactly what it is that like they see in you or they want from you. And it's just a matter of you being aware of this, okay, and understanding how to move. Because I think it's not that relationships are supposed to be transactional, but I think if you're providing value to a person, it's only right to seek value back for yourself, because if not, everybody's just gonna use you. You know what I mean? So that's number 1. Always ask, hey, what do you like about me? Number 2, okay, you always want to see how they act when you don't give them what they want or when you don't act how they want you to, okay? So anytime you see that they are always happy when you do what they want, or they're always happy when you give them what they want, right? But then in the times like that you can't, or like you don't, or you're just like not yourself. So for example, if you have this upbeat like energy, right? So for example, like me, I'm always kind of like lively, I'm lit. I have a lot of life inside of me. So I'm always, you know, it's always a good time hanging out with me because I'm always lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm always pumping life into like others, into like myself. I'm always jumping around. You know what I'm saying? I'm lively. So anytime that I'm not like that, I pay attention to the people around me and I see how they act. I see if they start to act weird when I'm not like myself. The reason why you want to do that is because if they switch up on you, right? When you are not acting like yourself, it means that they are not genuinely like connected to you. It means that they can only rock and thrive with you when you are at a certain level of energy, okay? And it also like means that they can't really help you feel better, or they can't really help you get out of like a slump if you're in a slump, because like they're so reliant on you always being like yourself and like you, to the point where when you're not, they're just like stuck. And that's very like dangerous, because if a person can only be with you, be around you when you're like at your best, if you want to call it that, or at a certain level of energy, and they act weird when you're not at that energy, that is not authenticity, and that is not genuine love or care. That is them extracting your energy and sucking energy from you, and they're aware of the energy of which you provide. So you always want to be like conscious of how they act when they are around you, okay? So we're gonna move on to number 3. Number 3 is very important because this right here will show you a lot. Number 3 is, if you guys do not agree on something, okay, how do they act? If you guys don't agree on something, if you guys get into an argument, or if you guys just have a disagreement, how is their loyalty? Are they still loyal to you? Do they still are they the same person? So if you're with a chick and you guys cuddle every night at 9 o'clock, you're used to her like putting her head on your shoulder, okay, and you like that, you know what I'm saying? If you guys get into like an argument, how does she act? Is she like, I ain't putting like my head on your shoulder? Is she like salty? Like, does she change her behavior? So you want to pay attention to these things, because it means that she is not genuinely loyal to the person, or he or they is not genuinely loyal to you. It means that they only like you when you are in agreement, you are in the mindset of them, you know what I'm saying? Or if you are following them, or if you're in, you know, if you're how they want you to be, or if you're thinking how they want, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're in agreement of them. So if you see that their loyalty is kind of weird, if you guys get into a argument, number 1, it means that they do not know how to handle arguments and how to like stay true. So therefore, right, imagine if you're in a relationship with like a chick and everything is fine and dandy, and one day you guys get into a argument, okay, and shorty goes out with her girls. If you peep that when y'all argue, she's a whole different person, you best believe if she goes out that night, she's getting cracked, or the chances increase high that she might get cracked, or they might act weird and unloyal because they do not know how to stay composed and to stay themselves. And that's a breach of character. It means that they have not found themselves yet completely to be stern in themselves, to not allow disagreements to change who they are and how they act, okay? So you want to be very careful for that, because that's how a lot of people end up like getting played. And you should not ever have to chase or beg a person to act the same way if y'all get into a argument. You should not ever have to like ask for loyalty when y'all get into a disagreement. If a person truly loves you and is loyal to you, no matter what you guys go through, they're gonna stay loyal and true. So that's very important, okay? Number 4 is something that can really help you observe. It can really help you get a picture and an idea of what and where your relationship is gonna be like and really go, okay? Number 4 is what is their relationships with their other people, their other friends, with their family, just how are their other relationships, okay? The reason why this is important is because usually the story do not fall far from the other stories, okay? So if you meet a person who they're like, oh, I don't have a lot of friends, we always like fall out, and they're always blaming them, and they're always like, oh, it's not like my fault, I just lose a lot of people, and I'm just not cool with a lot of people. And don't get me wrong, you have people like me who, you know, are slightly to themselves because of different like reasons. I learned that I have like a huge heart. So the reason why I may keep a tighter circle is because I'm overextending, and at times that can backfire on me to where I drain so much energy on anybody and everybody that I'm not gonna ever like receive back, and people know how to take like advantage of me. And so over like the years, I just realized how valuable I am and how true I am and how people are able to extract that. And so I limit who I give that pure blissful energy to, okay? So the reason why it's important to pay attention to their other relationships is because it's gonna tell you damn near the route and the path of your relationship. And it's also going to expose and tell you how they feel and talk and speak and how they judge other people. So you will get a clear idea of how you're going to be judged and if your friendship is gonna last. So a perfect example, if a chick is like, oh yeah, I was talking to like a guy and he just had a female like best friend and I didn't like that and da-da-da, that tells you what? It tells you that she gets jealous of other like females. And so if you have a genuine friend who y'all ain't never touched each other, y'all never did anything, it's gonna be a problem. So it's just like, that's just one example, but learning what and how they act in their other like relationship, it'll give you like a game plan, and it'll give you a slight like prediction of how y'all are gonna turn out. Trust me, it's been that case for every situation that I've gone through where I observe their other like relationships, and they find a way to make it all end the same or similar. So pay attention to that, okay? Number five is very important because all of my long-term relationships, whether it's a friendship or a relationship, it's all thrived in this area. Number 5 is, are they comfortable with doing nothing and having nothing with you? If you have people around you who just love you for you genuinely, they have no problem just being with you, doing nothing, having anything. When they're not in a state of where they can take away from you, they are completely okay. You know why? Because they just love you. They just love who you are. They just love how you are, and they just love being around you. So if you are with a person or you're with anybody who always has a problem when y'all aren't doing anything, always needs excitement, always needs something, and is not comfortable with just doing nothing and having anything, you got to kind of raise your eyebrow and kind of question them a little bit, because usually those people, they don't really rock with you as strong as you think. Because I have friends and people who I just love their existence. So literally spending the whole day with them, just seeing them breathe, seeing them speak, knowing that I get the chance to interact like with them, to speak to them. We can sit on the couch and watch a movie all day, and just the smell of shorty, the smell of the person, the conversations is just spiritually pleasing. You know what I'm saying? So you want to pay attention to how they act when you're not giving anything, when there is nothing going on. Are they still cool? Are they still chill? Are they still loyal? Are they still okay? Okay? If this is not happening, and if they act weird, raise your eyebrows, because that's a sign of something, okay? So yeah, y'all, this is just a quick video to help out anybody who can pull from this. I've been going through a lot in my life, and I figure I would like make videos that can help anybody to take a shortcut and learn from me instead of experiencing it. But don't get me wrong, life is meant to be experienced. And so if you don't take my advice, the universe is beautiful, and it's always going to show you in your way and through your journey. But you can always help yourself from learning from others who have gone through similar like things, to give yourself a shortcut. I've tried to do that with a lot of things in life, and other things life had to show my like ass. All right, y'all. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you like the video. If you do, please like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. I'm trying to get monetized out here. I need as much love and subscriptions as possible. I'm ready to bring y'all as much videos as possible. I was just homeless about a year ago, and now I got my own crib. I got my own setup now, and I'm just trying to lock in and be like the best me for y'all and for myself. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, give your boy a like, man. I got some more coming soon, and please subscribe and stay tuned. All right, it's your man Coffee Organics King. Peace.